line for play number 7 of the drive. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's so important to establish the running game early in a contest because when you do that, that just opens your playbook so big for your offensive coordinator. And to be frank about it, they like calling pass plays better than they like calling running plays. And with the way that they're running it right now, that's going to open things up to do whatever they want through the air as this game goes on.
And that is incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Griffin to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Terrell Pryor, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Play fake to Abdullah. It's Stafford. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Stafford on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. From the gun on third down, Griffin. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. Underneath for Johnson. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with the football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw is RG3. It's caught. It's Barnage over the middle. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. Now Abdullah, the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
All right, well, we've got a minute here. Let's talk about injuries because preseason it can alter a team's fate. Let's start with the good stuff, though. Brashad Perryman of the Ravens, Tom Bahali of the Chiefs, both of them off with the PUP.
Yeah, they're off. Unfortunately, Vontae Davis, Colts corner, got injured. Dion Lewis with a knee. And then the Bears' Jeremy Langford also had an injury. So it's kind of the yin and the yang of preseason injuries we always see.
Everyone has to adjust, has to find a way to overcome those injuries. What do you say we end on an up note, though?
All right, what do you got?
Victor Cruz of the Giants,
yeah.
all right? Since that knee injury, calf injury in last season, maybe we'll get to see him back on the field in the regular season. He's back at practice.
They go play action here on first down. He gets it complete to Anquan Bolden. And Charles, Detroit, they obviously had some needs at wide receiver. Signing Bolden in July could be a huge boost.
Going along with signing Marvin Jones in the offseason, Andre Roberts. But I think that Anquan Bolden looked at the situation and said the Lions throw it a lot, they spread it around, and his veteran presence can really help those young receivers.
Stafford, he couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
So now it's 1st and goal. They run. Abdullah. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a young.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Amir Abdullah taking it in. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down, Griffin. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnidge, the intended receiver. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 3rd down, Griffin. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Griffin. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
On first down, Griffin. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Griffin. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And they're going to speed things up here.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Here's Griffin to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. That's caught at the 2. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. On 3rd and 1, Griffin. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Stafford letting one go deep for Roberts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Browns' new signee from the Jets, Demario Davis. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say...
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ebron caught left side. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Another pistol look here. Here's Stafford now on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. To throw is Stafford. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They go to Johnson again. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And this one's incomplete.
Partner, now that we got a quick break in the action, I've got to get this one in. Trey Kirkpatrick of the Bengals goes to a recent practice session. Now, it wasn't at their facility, right? They went to a high school.
Yeah, West Carrollton High School outside of Dayton. Forgot his shoes.
He forgot his cleats?
And one of the players on that high school team had a size 13. Now, Kirkpatrick wears size 12, but he said it fit perfectly, got him through the practice.
Yeah, he couldn't be real picky about the whole thing, right? I mean, 12, 13. He was fortunate.
He was able to practice.
The kid has a 13.
On third down, Griffin. Here's the first NFL catch for Corey Coleman. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Griffin. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
On 3rd down, Johnson. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. Escapes the sack. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Griffin dumping it off for Johnson. Fighting through. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they? He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to throw, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. This is Riddick on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Falcons. With that, let's get over to Atlanta as we welcome in our brand new broadcast pairing for 2016. I think you'll like them. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. A strong running. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Tyson Jackson. And Jenkins is a guy in this offense that I know you like to talk about.
Absolutely love to talk about Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His ability to play in any position, whether it's as a wide receiver or as an inline tight end, his versatility, some of the best in the league.
You even gave him the full name there.
Austin Seferian-Jenkins. He is the real deal.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. The play clock's running down. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, these two, Winston and Evans, formed a pretty good bond in Winston's rookie year. But they're still getting to know each other, and this one's going to wind up intercepted.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception here. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Levante David in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lavonte David. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Following the interception, Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Jonathan Babineaux's a defensive tackle, knows how to get upfield and spill plays in the backfield.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
This is taken at the 15. And here now come the Falcons. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Here's the offense, and we talk about the tight end, Jacob Tammett.
A lot of people thought of him as simply a safety valve receiver. He can be a primary receiver. Jacob Tammett shows better athleticism than what people expect.
Now off a breakout 2015, it's Devontae Freeman. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I know it's a word that we tend to overuse, but Devontae Freeman can be awfully explosive with the ball in his hands.
He showed at the beginning of last year. He had 10 touchdowns the first couple months. The Falcons themselves were red hot, then sort of went down the tubes a little bit toward the end.
Yeah, their team's record and his production declined the same way, but I really like his overall game.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
The stop made by the Bucs' leading tackler in 2015, Lavonte David. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football, and take it away from offenses.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well. Each position group had their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks. Then they brought it all together, and now it's paying off in the game.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. but his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the first rounder, Vernon Hargreaves. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And, of course, coming off the safety the last time they had the football. Never want that.
No, that's pretty unique, too, isn't it? When you give up points that way and the scoreboard, you look up and it says 2-0, it can throw you a little bit. Let's see if they can put that to the side and move forward.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Back near his own goal line. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Atlanta now. Now coming out on the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I remember.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. In there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. The left side completion to Jones. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 37 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Jackson's got it over the middle. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Winston. This is caught by Jackson. 7 yards on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down following the run. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Right side caught by Jackson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, to get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Given 6 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Offense has been out there a while. This is their 14th play in this series. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Vincent Jackson from 3 yards out. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. For Jameis Winston, first touchdown pass of his sophomore campaign. After such a great rookie campaign, they're expecting big things out of that guy.
And I think they'll get them. This guy is a football gym rat. All right, he's going to be there watching film, first guy in the building, last guy out at night, and absolutely captures a team. The locker room gravitates towards him, and I want to meet his nutritionist. You see how good he looks coming back for his second year? I want to hang out with him and learn how to play like he does.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2, and most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, Freeman. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Third down now following the run. Third and long. It's Ryan. And it's complete to Jacob Tamme. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle across the 30 to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Ryan to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Second and 10. It's Ryan again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Ryan. And there's a flag on the field. Roughing the passer. That's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
throw on first down with Ryan. He's got time. He's going to loft one. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They come up in an offset eye. It's Coleman here. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Levante David in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now with the play clock just about to expire, John Fox is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. That's caught at the 2. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Right side caught by Jackson. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And his throw here's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Jameis to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Here's Jacob Shum now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. On the return, Hester. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down following the incompletion. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run. Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's Ryan hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Well, was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. 4th down, Winston. This is caught by Jackson. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now Winston, and he rifles one incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime, 6 defensive backs. Here's Winston. That is caught inside the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Vincent Jackson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 52 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Second down now after the pass completion. On second down, Ryan. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
5 yards to gain here on third down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's Ryan. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up first and goal inside the 10.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run. While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. But the reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. Third and... Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Bucs now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And tough starting field position here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he's brought down after a good gain. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The NFL's second leading rusher last year. This is Doug Martin. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Jameis to throw it. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be third down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You talk about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And this is caught by Jackson. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Winston over the middle to Evans. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
Winston here to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. Here's one. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. To throw for him is Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And a Week 1 victory always feels good. Starting the season off on the right foot, very important.
And what does every coach preach? Being 1-0 each weekend, especially on opening weekend.
So for the Bucs, they make the debut of head coach Dirk Cutter, a winning one. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders.